Watercooler. Watercooler. Watercooler.
Hello and welcome to Watercooler, episode number 299, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 23. Jordan, thank you so much for tuning in. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Kroll Digital Buds like Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
The order threw me off.
Yeah, I know. You got to always be on your toes.
Yeah.
Okay, I could go any which way. Mike Dawson.
Yeah, $2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good price on things.
It is a good price.
Always get something if it's $2.99.
Sure.
Does that really psychologically do something to us where we can't just say $3? $2.99 really sounds.
That's why they do it.
A lot
yeah,
better.
totally.
All you can
Yeah,
eat
it
steak
does.
and lobster buffet, $2.99.
Then why
no,
stop there?
No, thank you.
Though.
No, but if you saw something that like
Though if it was $299 and champagne and unlimited drinks were added,
Sign me the fuck up.
sign me the fuck up.
no, but if you saw a knick-knack at your local store, Matt,
Yeah,
you
I'd give
really
it a patty
wanted-
whack.
Yeah,
Give the frog a loan.
what was that? Gary?
Would you give the frog a loan?
Is your volume up, Gary?
He hasn't been introduced yet, so
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
he's not comfortable talking.
Well, hold on, I gotta get through this real quick. This $2.99 thing. Gary Smith's here.
What's up?
Always making
What's
toast. Do you, if you saw your knick-knack, Matt, that you really wanted, and it was $3, there would be a point where it's like $3. No, but $2.99 maybe, and that's why we as humans psychologically just find that cheaper. That's why I don't know.
See, I
Just
feel
because your eyes go to that first number. That's the point. Your eyes go to the number on the left.
we're all suckers.
Because we're conditioned to read from left to right.
Yeah.
And so if you see a 2, the 99 doesn't mean anything. It's the 2 that means everything.
Right. Now, I don't really think much about the $2.99 to $3 difference. I do, however, always notice the $9.99 to $10 difference.
Yes, 'cause that's a whole digit.
That to me, like $2.99, I was like, you don't even need to do that. You can tell me $3. We're good.
Boom.
But you want me to buy that $10 item? Make sure you put that baby $9.99 or lower.
But then if I ask you, hey, how much was that? You'll say $10.
I'll say $10. Yeah. Makes me sound like a rich man.
Yeah, see, so
Got that
you really,
model money,
you really,
baby.
You really win any way. Hey, we should change all the tiers on our Patreon to 90 to 99. Maybe.
No.
Just figured I'd at least toss that in there. So let's see, a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
First off, thanks to all the Bobo Boys in Michigan and Kansas City. Had a great trip, and yeah, a lot of them came out, man. We got some listeners out there, Doss.
Nice.
Home of Chunk Nibbles.
Detroit, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that when I was there. I should have
Also the home of McClure's Pickles,
Oh, I knew that.
which kind of rhymes with Chunk
Yeah.
Nibbles.
Why aren't they getting into business, Gary?
Look, I think they've talked, but there wasn't a lot of synergy. Pickles and sweets, just they don't.
No, there has to be. I'll figure something out.
I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, and maybe you did when you were on the road, but I'm starting to realize now when people talk to me about the show, I'm assuming that they're talking about our show, when in fact most of the time they're actually talking about the Adam Carolla show.
What? Who?
So like at the barbecue, at the big family barbecue. Speaking of these Belgian beavers that you were bringing up here, I distinctly remember a guy coming up to me and asking, "Hey, think you can get these on the show?" And in my mind, I was like, Belgian beavers on the water cooler? That would be welcome. No problem. Absolutely. I'll get it on the show. Yeah. And then later I heard, oh, God, the Belgian beaver guy really wants these on Adam Carolla show. And then I thought, oh, shit, that's what he was talking to me about.
I'm about to clear some stuff up for you, Matt.
Okay.
So the fan you're talking about, his name's Jay. And
What's
he
up,
did
Jay?
come up to us.
What
and
up,
he's
Jay?
like, hey, I want to get some Belgian beavers on the show.
Sounds like a name Chris made up.
No, I talked to this guy. This one's real.
Yeah, good dude.
It's just his friends that he makes up.
So Belching Beaver then sent us these hard seltzers, among some IPAs, which I got them to talk to the listeners about these IPAs too, and Garrett was there for it.
Strange beer. Do that.
Yeah, a very weird beer. the
Very
IPA.
weird beer.
So
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
But they, so we did a seltzer tasting on the Carolla show, and Dan Dunn was at the barbecue, and Jay was like, I got a great hard seltzer, and it's this Belching Beaver, which is one of Matt's. He was a pioneer of
Yes.
Belching Beaver.
Thank
Matt
you.
loved the peanut butter stout, and he's talked about it on Watercooler, probably like episode 2.
I called that shit early.
Yeah, he did. And so the reason I know Belching Beaver is because of Matt.
Yeah.
And so now they make the hard seltzers.
You may also know, or maybe you don't know, I featured Belgian Beaver hard seltzer on this show. I brought him in before for everyone to drink.
See? Well, Belching Beaver, they're hip to the water cooler game now.
They're hip.
They sent
to be
us
square.
They sent us a couple cases of their hard seltzer. I'm drinking the raspberry and blackberry one.
Nice.
There are 2 other flavors on in the fridge as well.
I'm going to grab one as soon as I finish this bad boy.
Delicious. And so we got those in, and then Jay's like, "Hey, you guys are doing the hard seltzer." He emails me, "Hey, you're doing the hard seltzer tasting on Corolla. Could those make it?" But unfortunately, they didn't make the cut because we got them in too late. But so I emailed him back like, "Hey, man, sorry we missed it. We couldn't get it on ACS." He's like, "Oh, well, no worries. They were meant for the water cooler."
Damn.
Nothing we ever sent them to water.
So
cooler.
we are the show.
We are the show.
We are the show, and there's this giant box that comes with all these hard seltzers and all these IPAs, and it was meant just for the water cooler. Isn't that like the sweetest thing ever?
That is
That's
pretty
amazing.
awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
what a good guy Jay is.
What a great. Thank you, Jay. Thank
Jay.
you to Belgian Beaver.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Where
Big
can you
fans
find
of you
Belching
guys.
Beaver, Matt? You found it before in the wild. Would you go to like a Total Wine or something like that?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You can find them at a Total Wine, and before then, I mean, they might even be in like a Vaughn's or a Ralph's now. Like that stuff is everywhere. They have done very well for themselves.
I'm sure they're on Instagram, so maybe people should go bark at them.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great. Everybody bark at Belching Beaver
Because-
there's so much alliteration. In
Oh,
there.
we should do a
Belch at them.
crossover. We can be Barking Beaver. It'd be a special
Oh, can we
Bobo
collab?
Boys limited collab
You
seltzer.
should bark and belch.
The barking,
at them.
the barking beaver.
Barking Beaver seltzer.
What's wrong, Gary?
No,
Talk?
I like it. I'm loving
Okay.
it. I'm just, it's so good. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
All right.
So yeah, Matt, they sent us a whole box of seltzers and IPAs just for us. Dawson,
I'm excited.
Isn't that
yeah.
amazing?
Yeah.
I'm going to trade in the Topo Chico for my second one. Grab me whenever you
Yeah, I
go
will.
get one.
I'm
Hit me
going
up.
to.
Yeah.
Well, the IPAs,
Yeah.
they're in the box.
Just for us.
So weird.
Just for us. Me and Gary are hanging out in our office. Adam Carolla walks in. It's the end of the day. He walks into the box, and he looks in.
The box is open, so there is
That was your first mistake.
there is no exposure.
Who allowed
of-
you to open the box and leave it open?
That was
Just
Chris.
can't keep
Yeah.
things.
It's in
that
the
you
corner.
want in
He
there.
never goes there.
was
He
Chris.
never goes there.
It's been in the corner there for a couple days.
And he never
this is
goes
not
there.
Brand new. And Adam's walked by it numerous times. But this time, he walked over, he looked in, and he said, "What are these?" And
What-
Chris goes, "Those are Belching Beaver IPAs, this really cool brand that like sent us some beers." And Adam just slowly picks them up, turns, and goes, "I gotta take these to football Sunday." And I look at Chris, and Chris looks at me, and Chris just goes,
Yeah. Here's the thing.
He's getting us back for the beer pyramid all those years ago.
Matt,
Pyramid.
As I told Chris, we did the right thing.
Yeah.
His name's on the door.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I just watched Goodfellas again.
Yeah.
On the plane, back from Kansas City. I just recently finished Sopranos for the first time, and I understand the importance of giving the boss a taste. We got to give him his
That's
taste.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gave him his taste with the Belching Beaver IPA pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good now
A literal
for-
taste.
We
yeah.
saved all the seltzers.
Yeah. Well, or maybe he just didn't see them yet.
All right, I'm going to go get them right now, actually. I should do it while we're still talking about
But
it.
anyway, thanks to Belching Beaver. We love
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
And thanks to
Enjoy
Jason.
one right now.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We'll be drinking them all show and all week. All right, so a couple things. So I flew out to Detroit from here.
Yeah.
Great flight.
Sure.
Long.
Early.
As F. I've noticed flying Delta that I've been having to get there 90 minutes before departure rather than the usual hour that I've been doing because I have TSA pre, but I've check-in bags, and Delta has been very busy every
Okay.
time. Out the door, lines, whatever, it's always been busy, even that early. Thank God I did. Got there in time, and it was like one of those weird Delta gates where you had to go through, like take a shuttle out there. It's annoying.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know the
You're
kind.
in an auxiliary terminal.
Yeah, so we did all that, get on the plane, and it's going to be a 4-hour flight, 4-something hour flight. Okay, no problem. We have the screens on the
Sweet.
so
Thank
got
God.
some
Thank God for
movies.
that.
Yeah, because usually I don't mind hooking up to the Wi-Fi, but the screen's up there. So I'm like, all right, gonna watch some movies. So plane takes off, turn on my screen, it's not working. The kid next to me, his screen's working. Everyone else's screen's working. My screen is not working.
Okay.
And now it's just, and then I press it again, I turn the brightness up, and it's just giving me these weird, like, it looks like the screen was just punched almost, because it's just lines of random colors. Like, okay, this screen's just not working.
It's just broken.
It's broken. So the flight attendant's giving everyone the drinks. I flag him. And I say, hey, my screen's not working. And, I have my mask. I was like, he can't hear me, so I have to repeat it like 3 other times. And then my screen's not working. And he looks and he goes, oh, I'll just hit the reset button. And walks away.
That's what they try. They try that.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just hit the reset button.
There's no reset button. That's a lie.
That's the point. So he even kind of touches above where like the bags goes, like, I'll hit the reset button. And that's it. I'm like looking like there's no
Button
there's
there.
no button up there.
There's no
bro.
button anywhere.
Dude, I know the guy who does tech talk.
Big meaty claws.
Oh, that's a new drop for the non-Patreon listeners.
Oh, that's
Thank
right.
you to
Debuted
Mr.
it.
Kalen Bean for providing that. I know the guy who does tech talk. Don't tell me. Don't try to get all techie with me.
So she like opened up the luggage compartment.
No, he didn't. He just reached and almost
Like on
just
the outside.
Pretended he was touching something
the
on the
number.
screen that mattered.
Touch
It's
the
like
number.
Yeah.
It's like when someone comes up to you, like me or Chris, when you're at the mixing board, and someone comes up and goes, "Man, I can't hear the bass,"
Yeah.
and you just grab a random knob that does nothing.
Yeah.
Classic move.
That's good.
Classic.
That's
Well,
what this guy did.
What do you think now? Oh yeah, that sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But in this case, there's a broken monitor in front of you.
Yeah.
That did not reset.
Didn't reset.
when he touched his magical button. Right?
This guy is counting on the fact that the person sitting in the chair is Chris Loxamana, who will be too awkward to call him
Oh
on the
no!
bullshit.
Is this where this is going?
And now
Yeah,
he
that is
passes
where it's
by me
going.
3 more times, and almost as like to where he kind of adds a little
up.
speed
Yeah,
when he
double step.
when he hits.
They
when he
stride past your aisle.
Yeah,
Why would
right
you
past.
do that to somebody that you have to be on a flight for 4 hours with? It takes a certain kind of person
Well,
to just bathe in that
He-
disparaging.
And then he
Thoughts.
speeds by. So he
I'm
finishes
trying to
the
complete a
drinks,
sentence. I didn't
passes
know
by
the
me
words.
2 more times, and then the third time, I'm going to flag him down. He hits that little speed bump as he passes my out, and then goes to first class, closes the curtain,
Never to be seen again.
and I'm just like, oh, he might be the first class guy now. What am I going to do? So,
Call button.
yeah. No, I didn't even hit the call button because I can't
wouldn't
do
do
that.
that.
I can't do it. I don't know why.
You gotta
oh my
do it.
god!
You gotta do it.
But another lady comes up, and I tell her the same thing. Hey, my screen's not working. What? My screen's not working.
Oh, you gotta hit her with and we already tried the reset button.
I didn't. So she goes, oh, let me hit the reset button, and I'll check on it, and just walks away. And I'm like, is this like their thing?
That's
Yeah.
obvious.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
it's
all
obviously.
know,
yes.
like this is their like response. Like they all like, oh, if anybody asks, just say you hit the reset button,
And the way
just
you
walk
know
away from
Just
them.
walk
is
away.
because the first guy actually touched the screen. They weren't on the same page because the second person had to go remotely touch it somewhere else.
That's the thing, Doss, is that
Big meaty claws.
I've experienced this several times, and in general, the touching something at the seat is not the move. They want you to believe there is a central media
Yeah.
control hub that
So
in
this guy,
their
the first guy
section-
was new.
This first guy messed up doing something in front of you.
She didn't hit anything above my feet.
Right, and that's what
This
I've
time.
had happen to me
So-
7 times. Is I'll go
Yeah.
reset it and I'll be back later.
So she goes, and then and I'm just waiting again. Of course, this isn't working. Now I'm just getting upset, and I'm kind of I hate being like patronized. Like, don't do that to me.
Sure.
I know the guy from Tech Talk, as I said. Like I should open with that before. I'm like, don't give me
Yeah.
this reset button bullshit. And then the guy comes back again. He passes by me, and I flag him down, and he looks at me, and I go, my screen's still not working. And he gives me a weird look. He's confused. And he looks back, and he like makes eyes with the other lady. And they both have a confused look on their face. He's like, weird. We hit the reset button twice. It's still not working. We'll go check again. And he goes to the front, and now he looks like he's fiddling with something at the front. And he's like kind of peeking in the aisle. And and then my TV actually turns on and off.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, oh, I think there is a reset button. there might be a freaking reset
shit.
button.
But it's not on the front
It's
near
not
your
on the
seat,
front.
though.
No.
It's not near your seat.
But they both did go to the front eventually afterwards.
Wow.
You know, the person
So maybe
in
he
the-
was just taking down my number. And I was completely wrong.
That's amazing.
The person in the seat in front of you was trying to watch Ford v Ferrari, and every 10 minutes, the fucking monitor got reset, and they never understood why.
Chris is just torturing.
Yeah. This guy's like, what the fuck does this keep happening?
Jesus, man.
Yeah, so they turns out my monitor was completely broken. They took my email down. Delta gave me 5,000 Sky Miles, and
That's what they reward you with, or miles?
They're down to miles. They used to give $200 flight credits.
Really?
They should.
On other airlines.
Well,
Yeah,
they
I
give
don't
me
fly Delta.
5,000.
What does
miles.
5,000 miles
Nothing.
mean?
I have no idea.
It's like $50.
I
for
think
a
I
flight.
could.
You should be really keeping track of all your miles and keeping them all because
I
you
do.
can.
Yeah, we
okay,
have them.
good.
We've got
Okay,
them.
Yeah.
sweet.
But I think with like another 2,500 miles, I might be able to upgrade to an exit row. So I'm
That's
looking
going to be a
forward to
big
that.
day for you, buddy.
I'm looking forward
Big
to
day.
that.
Yeah, dude, I hear you.
But I was completely wrong. There is a reset button.
Yeah.
In the front. And
I mean, I believe that there would be a reset button, but the way that they did it is just wrong.
The way they did it was wrong, and but anyway, I got outraged for no reason. And
You had some reason.
I had some reason. And I had one of those weird seats where it's like, all right, well, at least I could just look out the window. And weirdly, my seat was the only one without a window in like this whole span of window seats. But whatever, I slept. It was
Dude,
nice.
I flew last. That's why, I mean, I was stoked for you to have a screen.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome. But every time I fly Southwest.
yeah. Oh yeah,
And-
no screens there.
The good thing about Southwest, if you board at Burbank, you get on the back, and you can always put your guitar on and always find the seat you want.
Yeah,
And
true.
I'm right side of the plane aisle, as Matt knows.
He does know that.
I thought it was left side of the plane. I have left aisle on my notes.
If it's facing forward to the front of the plane, it is left. If you're walking down the aisle, it's right.
Oh God,
Yeah, okay, there
if
you
you're
go.
sitting backwards.
I do it correctly.
Wow.
I do it right.
You do right?
I get it right.
And then
Stole the IPAs.
yeah, and then and I connect to the Wi-Fi. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just watch on my phone because you can connect to the Wi-Fi and then you can have all the movies. Well, this has happened to me probably the last 4 Delta flights. 0 movies. There's only 4 2-minute movies that are just like
Instructional or something?
yeah. Check out how we handle COVID.
Oh, that's thrill.
Yeah.
What a thrill.
Those
to
Yeah,
watch
but
that.
it's a fun music video
Yeah.
to a catchy pop tune.
No, it's not even that.
It's not even the fun one?
Not even the fun one. It's
So
just talking.
So what'd you do? Just break out your computer and like work or something?
No, I fell asleep. I put myself to sleep.
Was that a,
held my breath.
jab at Chris not having a computer?
I just was. That sucks.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't.
that was largely uncalled for.
It was. I didn't have a computer on the way back either, Gary.
The largely
so
comment wasn't really rude.
my all right, let it go.
Again.
No, he just buries me. Like I'm suffocating. So I go on the trip. I have a borrowed laptop because I don't have one right now. I have my old backpack, and then during the first show, like on the way walking back to the room, my backpack zipper breaks, and so I have everything just falling out, and I have
Jesus
to
Christ,
I have to
man.
now just dump it all into my my rolling luggage because I don't have a duffel bag now, and so that thing's just bursting with gear and clothes.
All right, so check this out. There has got to be a listener who has some kind of connection to one of those monthly gear sites that you get gear. You get a package of cool shit.
Yeah, adamandeve.com.
Fucking... No.
We got the hook.
You know, they had the pocket knives or the liquor or
Pocket
whatever. Fucking need to outfit Chris.
Oh, they got outfits.
Oh, yeah, he's
Fucking
gonna.
backpack.
Infit.
Fucking dildos.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, I don't know,
Infit.
but I
Hearing,
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what that is, but it, ugh.
And the backpack is a special place to keep them.
hearing all these stories now, I am starting to picture you like Charlie Brown or like George Michael on Arrested Development when he just like walks with his head slowly.
Dude, it was bad, man. So I just leave the backpack in the hotel room. I'm like, oh, no need for this thing anymore. Goodbye, old
damn
friend. And everything is in my roller bag. And I'm going to the Arvis Theater, like the nicest theater in the world at Royal Oak, and I'm meeting with their tech crew. And they're like, all right, let's take everything up. I'm like, okay. And I just open my roller bag. I'm like moving my boxers, my pants. I'm like, here, let's hook this thing up to record, and let's get this thing all hooked up. So I have all the gear in there, and it's kind of embarrassing. But anyway, great shows either way. Everyone that came out was super nice. And then Didn't have a laptop on the way back because I didn't have I didn't have a personal item. So, but thank God they had the screens there, and I watched Goodfellas, and that's how I learned that Adam Carolla should get his taste. Yeah, but anyway, it was a good time. Other than that, now yesterday I got a haircut. Matt and Gary, thank you for your compliments. Dawson, why haven't you said anything yet?
You look fantastic.
Thank you. But I go to this guy. So I got I used to go to like Supercuts or just like the $12 place, and Jen's like, you should probably go somewhere a little bit. I think
that happened to me too.
Worth a little bit more than that now. And I'm like, I personally couldn't tell the difference. Well, now
Exactly.
I can. Now I kind of can. And this guy is really good, and he's like 3 minutes from the studio. Super cool. I remember I went to him a couple years ago, and he like gave me a shot of tequila when he was giving me hair, because it's not even his main job. It's like his second job. He's really like a trainer.
You tell
If
me.
a dentist or a barber gives you, well, actually a dentist.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't know about the barber who gives you a shot of tequila. It's like,
You
get
never
him
heard?
loose.
You never heard of the barber's handshake?
Oh shit!
Good.
You just walk in,
Wow.
Yeah.
you say a wink.
You say wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They give
That's
a
the
shot
one
of
where
tequila.
you take your finger and you tickle the guy's palm, right?
What is happening right now? Anyway, so I've been...
Big meaty. You gotta mix up the claw drops, bro. You gotta mix them up.
That one's novel. I
No,
like
you
it.
gotta
Gary
mix it up.
likes it. Gary, before the show, Gary gets, he's like, hey, so am I handling drops today? And I go, yeah, Gary, I don't have a laptop, man. Yeah, you're handling drops for like probably the next couple weeks. He's like, okay, cool, because fans been liking it. Listeners been liking it. That's right. And he like, just walks up like, what? He's like, yeah, they've been saying.
How do you guys feel about eating puss? You guys like it?
So fine, Gary, if you want it. So I go to this place, and Jen likes me. He's like the nicest guy in the world.
This is 3 minutes from this studio?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so like yesterday, did it? You saw me in and out.
Throw me that.
that's where you
Out in, yeah.
Throw me that
Haircut.
info. Throw me that info.
will.
I'll go.
He's
I'll go
awesome,
catch
dude.
him on the way home tomorrow.
So, so I'm getting his appointment only, but I'll give you his info for
Yeah.
sure. So I'm getting my haircut yesterday, and he's telling me the story. And we're just talking, I asked him about training and all that stuff, and we always, we talked about his daughter who's in the military. He's very proud of her. He's just like the salt of the earth, nice guy. And then he's like, we're just talking, and he's like, oh, man. He's like, dude, something, crazy kind of happened to me 2 weeks ago. I was like, what? What happened? He's like, well, let me tell you, this guy comes in. He's a walk-in. I'm appointment only, but he walks in. He has this huge head of hair. And he's like, hey, man, how much for a haircut? He kind of he looks a little distraught. And I'm like, I look at his hair, and I'm like, it's going to be like $60. And the guy's like, $60 for a haircut? That's too expensive. And he's like, well, to be honest, looking at your hair, it's going to be like, that's like 6 haircuts I'm going to have to do right now because your hair is kind of all over, it's crazy. He's like, that's too expensive. No way, man. I'm out of here. And the guy's like, all right, no problem. And so the kid goes, and then the next day he comes back. His hair's butchered. And he's like, hey, man, how much for a haircut? And the barber says, it's going to be like 70 now. Right? Because, and the kid's like, all right. Fine, I'll do it. And he sits down. He's like, the reason I'm in such a, I'm so desperate for a nice haircut is because I got a commercial audition. I have to play like some like 50s like pompadour guy, and my hair has to be a certain style. And obviously this place butchers like, where'd you go? He's like, I went to Supercuts. And the barber's like, oh well, yeah, I can see what happened. I'll do everything I can to fix it. Let's do it.
You get what you pay for. That's why I cut my own hair. I know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly. So then the barber cuts his hair, ends up looking really nice, and the kids reach for his wall, and the barber goes like, and this is him telling me this story, like, hey, your money's not good here, man. It's okay. I know you're hurting for cash right now, but how about this? If you get the spot, if you get the job, just come back, pay me then. All right, we'll just cash in on that. And the kid's like, are you okay? Sure, no problem. Thank you so much. And he leaves. And so I'm getting my haircut. And he's like, this morning, kid came back. And he paid me. He got the job. He paid me, and he just trusted me. And I just it just restored my faith in humanity.
That's pretty sweet.
Wow.
I like that.
And I'm sitting there. This story. I mean, he told the story a lot longer than I did, but those are the beats. And I'm sitting there thinking, this a-hole told me this story 4 months ago.
Oh no!
So, and I knew it the whole time. I'm just sitting there like, I know this story. You told me this last time.
Including this
Everything.
morning.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
That has just destroyed my faith in humanity.
And I'm just sitting here like, this guy told me this story. He just told me this. And now I'm in too deep to like say, hey, you told me this last time. I don't even, and now I'm not going to say that. So I'm just, now, and he's talking about an actor. Now I'm doing the acting. Now I'm saying, yeah, oh, that's, well, that restores my faith in humanity too. Like I'm doing all that. I'm playing along, and we're just both doing the spiel that we've already done before. I get it.
What'd you tip him?
Oh, he's great. I tipped him $10. he's really good.
Your hair does look great.
Thanks. He's great at what he does, and if he has to do muscle memory with his stories too, I'm cool with it.
Are you though? If it happens a third time, are you going to be cool with it?
It's a nice
Now, Matt,
story.
you say if. I'm saying when.
Yeah,
That guy
exactly.
goes back to that well. If it's only been 4 months and he's using that shit on you.
Yeah.
Give me his info tonight. I'll email him or whatever. And
Yes.
I'll make an appointment for tomorrow
You
after
got
the
to
show.
tell us.
Now, Dawson.
And I'll let you know if he tells the same
He's
story.
awesome though.
Here's what I think you should do
highly
instead,
recommend him.
Dawson, is you should tell him a very, very similar story about a guy who needed you to record his VO for a VO audition.
That'd be pretty good.
But just make
Don't mess with
it
him.
all the same shit and be like, this morning, that guy
Don't-
showed up to my fucking studio
Don't-
and he paid me.
Don't mess with him too much. He is cutting my hair for my wedding. Like
Yeah,
Jen's
I
like,
can't-
you go
I
to him
can't
for
do
a
that.
wedding.
I can't do
so,
that.
yeah.
Oh, come on, Dawes.
That's good. It's my hair. I don't want to make any enemies.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I'm getting the spiel.
You thought you were friends.
I thought
you were
friends.
actually connecting on a deeper
We
level.
drank tequila together,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Oh, now that detail really burns.
So all in, what did this haircut cost you?
I think it was like $30 plus tip or $40.
That see,
You fucking serious?
that's Chris's
fucking
way of
awesome.
saying that his hair is twice as good as a normal person's hair. Normal people have to pay $70, but when Chris walks in, it's $35.
Yeah.
See, I would expect anyone who cuts hair on appointment is charging like $80 to $100.
No, you're gonna love
No,
this
no,
guy.
no.
He's awesome, dude. He might tell the same story
No,
twice.
that's
And
totally
lies about
awesome and
the
reasonable.
timeline.
I may stop cutting my own hair.
Yeah.
No, that's
Dude,
what,
and
that's
it's
what a haircut costs.
Literally,
A good haircut's
you can
30,
get there
$40.
in 1 minute from here.
All right.
1 minute drive. All right. Anyway,
I thought Chris went to pick up fast food when he got his haircut yesterday, Dawson. He was like BRB, and he was gone for like what 25 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe.
Sweet.
Yeah.
all right. Well, anyway, you guys want to do some comments?
No.
Let's do it.
Come
I do,
on.
yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Oh, did you need me to? Okay.
Yeah.
It's time for listener
All right.
So good at it.
You are really good at it. And by the way, may I suggest that everybody listen, well, first off, subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. To hear Gary had some Smithiner comments,
Yeah, those are good.
which were fantastic last week for the part that he missed. All right, here we go. And these are all comments from our...
Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
He actually didn't do it
I
that
thought I
time.
had it timed
Finally,
out.
that was better.
Yeah. Anyway, they're all comments from our Facebook group. You just go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions,
That part's important.
and we might let you in. All right. It's my favorite place on the internet. Enjoy it. It's an incredible community of comments and clan mail.
Nope.
All right.
Don't do that.
Ariane
You were
McAllister, she writes, if this doesn't scream pool food, I don't know what does. And it's a grill that floats in the pool.
I
An
saw
actual
it. It's
grill?
insanity. It's a propane grill.
Oh
Propane
my
fucking
God.
grill that's built on a float.
Yeah.
It's fucking rednecks on acid.
That's
dude. It's
amazing.
Not, that's no.
Anything could be pool food.
Now, I'm
then.
glad you guys bring this up because a while ago somebody
On a lake,
commented.
it makes sense.
Somebody commented a picture of a like Chinese food meal in a styrofoam container floating in the bathtub, and I said this changes everything because I didn't realize. I mean, of course, I knew styrofoam floated, but it even has the cover on it. This is what we need to harness to master pool food. Don't you understand, Chris?
Yes. We did you ever do those things like where you would just like sit on like a or like lie down like a small like river or creek where you just float to the other side and you just have beers with you with your friends?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And we would take those styrofoam coolers. One of them would just tie it like a tether to them, and we would just float with them. If anyone needed a beer, just pull the cooler while you're floating, grab a beer, toss it, and you're
Love
just
that idea.
bellies to the sky.
You've never done that?
I have, but I don't know if we did the whole like tying a cooler to your wrist. That's some next level.
Yeah, or
shit.
your raft or
It's
whatever.
to a raft. Yeah, you put it like in the chain or whatever.
Gotcha.
And then if you need to get out, you just swim to the cooler.
Yeah, I didn't
Yes.
get to.
Beautiful.
I haven't been able to roll down a river doing that. But if Kalen was here, he would tell you that up in Yosemite, there's this great waterfall, and all you do is take all of your beer and just fucking put it in a rock dam in the river.
Yep.
Gets ice cold, and you can sit there. And drink the
That's
beer.
awesome.
That's
But I like the other one better. I need that. Let's do that.
Should we do a podcast?
Let's
like
do a
that?
podcast.
Just mic us up.
Let's do a podcast drunk on the drinking down the river.
We would need that to be sponsored by a gear company because we're going to ruin all that gear.
Well,
called Adam and
AdamandEve.com
Eve, yeah.
has some great gear that I'm sure we could get to.
I'm going to be going to Lake Tahoe in about a month or so, and even though we have a place to stay that has a refrigerator, I'm very tempted to take some beers and just put them in the lake to cool them, so
Yeah.
I can drink some lake-cooled beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to do it.
Or
I'm gonna do
I've always said I'm a big proponent of snow beer as
beer's
well.
great.
Snow beers, just to put it in the bank right there.
Best thing about Lake Tahoe, when you wake up hungover, immediately go submerge in that lake.
I'll be sure to tell
Just
my wife.
fucking get in. You'll feel a lot better.
All right.
Now this thing about the Chinese food in the tub. I mean that's not pool food. That's tub food.
It is, but I just meant the
Matt didn't
the
understand
application
Yeah, yeah.
of the styrofoam container as it applies to water.
But now I'm
That's
thinking,
discussing the deeper science.
yeah,
Yes.
but tub food that's a whole different category.
There's a lot
We
less
have to
risk,
visit.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
a lot less risk.
Yeah.
you know?
Anything like a lot more items could be tub food.
Well, we also have to consider that there are items whose delivery method is a tub as well. So
Such as.
like a tub of beans.
Oh, like a bucket of chicken,
bucket
It's
of
a
chicken.
bucket.
Thank you.
which is definitely not a pool food.
Yeah, bucket of chicken, not a pool food. All right, Mark Evangelist says, "Hey Dawson,
Yeah.
I played your album enough that Apple included it on my playlist for the week. You're with some pretty good company, except for Courtney Love. I'm not sure how that got there.
I like Courtney Love. I mean, I liked Hole. I had some good hits.
Sure.
And I was in college in the 90s, so fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you remember who was on that list? Because I didn't look at the picture. I just scanned and saw that.
I
Yeah.
didn't look either.
Somebody, because one of the comments beneath it said, judging by this picture, you're 44.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I did see
hilarious.
I'm
that.
like, all right.
Unfortunately, Courtney Love, I lost all respect for her after watching that Kurt Cobain documentary. 'Cause-
Sure. Sure.
She's rough.
Well, she gave birth to a baby while pregnant on heroin.
Oh yeah.
And then it's pretty likely that she had something to do with Kurt Cobain getting murdered too. So
Yeah.
great person.
that'll do enough to lose my respect.
Yeah,
Um,
great music though.
I know the exact documentary, and for about 3 weeks after I watched that documentary, the only thing I said to people was, Courtney killed Kurt.
yeah, it was like, oh, god damn it. Unreal.
do you guys all? Dawson doesn't use Spotify. You guys use Spotify?
Yes,
I try not to.
You try not to?
I use
Yeah.
it every single day.
I'm on Spotify, but
You're
I
on
do not
Spotify.
use
Nice.
Spotify.
Yeah.
I am Spotify.
I am Spotify!
I'm Spotify.
Because you know how people always. No, I'm Spotify. Do you guys
Oh my god, we need to parody
That's
this.
a
We need to
meme,
fucking
right?
do
That's
this,
a
yes.
meme.
remember? Remember when at the end of the year, like everyone posts their Spotify
Yeah.
top lists?
Yeah.
Mine are always very embarrassing because it's like, oh man, you really listened to
Yeah.
Teenage Dirtbag this many times or John Mayer this many times? Like, well, I cover those songs, so I learn them. So I actually, I constantly like, oh, how that.
So what
intro
you're
go?
saying is
And
you're
I'll learn
learning
it.
and performing music you're embarrassed about?
No, I'm not embarrassed about it. It's just like that's not the song that I freaking jammed to all year.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You know, like so,
All
like
right,
I don't want
all
to
right.
share. Like, hey, man, all year I've been listening to this, to Teenage Dirtbag
So you have
by
the option
Wheatus.
not to share it, right?
Yeah, I do have that option, and I don't share it
There you
because
go.
of that. Because
Yeah.
like this isn't really a true representation
Yeah.
of the music that I have been just listening to for enjoyment.
You know what they call that, Chris? Life.
It's life. It's life.
See, I have a similar problem. My Spotify year-end lists are always completely inaccurate.
Yeah.
Because right around this time of year, getting into October, my wife and I have like a Halloween mix. And we end up putting that shit on when we're decorating or if we're going to just be making dinner. So we listen to these Halloween-themed songs hundreds of times in the like 1 month. And then at the end of the year, they're like, these are your favorite tracks. And I'm like, I don't need to hear Thriller anymore. I've listened to it enough times.
All right, let me add to that. I do have Spotify because I had to make sure that my music was on it. So my end of year thing is going to say,
all your music.
you really love Mike Dawson and the Smoking Chills.
Yeah. You're like, you goddamn right I do.
Yeah. So now
I'm Spotify.
I'm Spotify.
I'm Spotify.
I'm Spotify.
So now when I'm conscious of it. So now when I listen, I'm like, I think I've been listening to that one too much. I better take a break.
You should know it by now. And then the song's going to completely drop off because you know it.
God, Chris is completely insane. He won't use his windshield wipers, and he's stopping listening to songs that he enjoys because of the Graham photo at the end of the year.
Yeah, gotta make sure that Graham photo is nice and tight. Let's see. Anna Joel writes, if there was an end of the year award show for the water cooler, what categories would you like to hear? And she gave a few of them, which I thought were
Let's hear 'em.
pretty awesome. Obviously, we need PCL, PMF, PGS, PMD, PCB. Great. Most mouth-watering Shay. That'd be a good
I
category.
think Matt's going to win that one.
The craziest shit I did as a kid.
Dawson's got it.
Well, obviously, we're
I got that
kidding,
shit
I'm kidding,
locked.
kidding.
the shittiest, sheepish shroom scrambler.
Okay.
I like the alliteration. Sharpest short joke. Don't care for that. We probably scrub
That's
that
good.
one.
That one's good.
Let me cross that one off there. We don't need that
It'll
one.
just be a small part of the show, but it should be included.
That really hurt. That might have won the category. Let's see. Best host.
No one's gonna.
we already know
Who's
who-
even gonna win that?
Yeah,
So let me just pause you for a second because this is a great idea, but the four of us, including Caitlin, the five of us, none of us are gonna fucking
Who's
take
gonna
the time to
produce
pick
it?
out all the nominees. Like, if the fans want to actually do this and
I think
provide
there's
us
somebody
with
out there.
nominees, like I feel like the Facebook group itself should be the one generating, and we can like read the
I think
results.
there's somebody out there
Oh,
in maybe Portland
interesting.
and surrounding
Something
areas.
like that. Like, I know the Aceholes group, they have their own like award show that they do, and I don't
All
know
right, well-
how they do it, but
I think
Face-
Casey Peters. This has Casey Peters written all over it.
yeah. I mean, I love this idea, but it's going to have to come from somebody else. 'Cause
Well, I mean, I
We'll
think
outsource.
that if it was actually going to happen, there would have to be a black tie award ceremony as part of the Vegas meetup.
sure, that's a great idea.
Ooh. Some other ones. Most flickable key 3. Oh, that could
I don't know if I
ruin
want
some
that one.
friendships.
That's like going to be a long. How do you prove that?
Yeah. Well, here's a thought: instead of
Do
picking
we got to
winners,
listen to a fucking 60, 70-minute show?
I agree. To make it easier, instead of picking winners, I say we bring back the dice.
Ooh, shit, yeah. Jeez.
All right, grab the dice, Matt, and your tuxedo. We're going to Vegas.
Chris, what was the name of this person that
Anna
what?
Anna Joel. She's Billy Joel's daughter.
Joel. Jull.
Okay.
But it's still
Dude,
Billy
it's
Joel.
still- it's
Her
still-
dad is
it's a
Billy
perfect
Joel.
cover.
It sounded it did not sound like that, but there should be a category of best name mispronunciation, and
That's
Chris
pretty
is
good.
going to own that.
Yeah. Also, I
And
know
I
it's
think
really,
it's going to go to Donald Powell Peralta.
Yeah, I think this applies a lot to our Patreon listeners, but best username. There are some fucking killer usernames on that Patreon
Yeah, we
show.
got a lot of stuff.
All right, Casey
Most
Peters,
necessary
you got a lot
habeas
of
probus.
shit to do.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of interesting to go back to. And this one will definitely ruin some friendships. Best mom, Laura Lee or Mona D.
Oh, there ain't no comp in
No
moms.
comp. No comp in moms.
That ain't cool.
And then the best intro, or the intro that gives you the most Stokins.
Stokins.
Yeah. So make sure we get some Stokins. Yeah, but I like that idea, Anna. Thanks for the
Yeah, this is great.
We could do
I
it.
would think that
Get to
flicking the
work.
bean is probably going to get the most Stokins.
We could do an outro category for Patreon.
Yeah, the gang vocals in Flicking the Bean really get wild. And yes, outros, and we'll only do the outro. We'll only read that one on Patreon too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Roger Klotz. Oh, this one surprised me.
Uh-oh.
Roger says, I like to eat my peanuts whole with the shell. Multiple people have told me it's gross/dangerous and I shouldn't be eating the shells. I've been eating the shells for years with no problems. I don't see why they'd salt the shell if they didn't want me to eat it. Is anybody else team shell, or am I just a human garbage disposal?
Dude, you're good. People are idiots. I think you should lose about 12 of your friends.
Oh,
You munch them on the shells? Is that what you're saying?
If people, no, I'm just saying, if people are afraid of that you can hurt, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Why? And here's the point. The point exactly is, why would they salt the shells if they didn't want you to suck on them first?
you no.
Casey Peters, you have more than one job.
No, I agree with Mike as far as I love sucking the shells too. I don't eat them though. I don't swallow the shells. I just suck them.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's saying he swallows. He eats
Holy
them.
shit, dude, you're insane. I'm taking a complete U-turn. I
That's why it's
messed this up.
dangerous.
Did not take long
He just
for Chris
eats
to
the
turn
whole
Dawson
thing?
around. Yeah, he eats the whole thing.
You know what?
He eats his peanuts whole with
I'm
the
gonna
shell.
I'm gonna say you're an adult, and yeah, go for it. Fucking, I think it's a power move, like fucking opening a beer bottle with your ring.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Or your eye
throwing the
socket.
whole peanuts with the whole fucking shells in there.
No, opening
Yeah.
opening a beer with a ring is one thing. You can't choke doing that.
Yeah, eating the beer cap.
Yeah,
That-
that's the equivalent right there.
the equivalent.
Doing it with the ring and then eating the beer cap. That's the equivalent.
Yeah. Well,
What
I
did he
like it.
say at the end
I
of
think
his
it's a
comment?
power move.
is anybody else
Do this or
team shell, or am I just a human garbage disposal?
You're a human garbage
I'm
disposal.
very sorry to use your
Yeah.
words against you, but yeah.
Okay, so you guys say that.
I like it.
I read the comments under it. A lot of people are team shell.
Now
An
that's-
alarming number.
That's great for them.
Wow.
I think that's dangerous, and you're an American. so
I'm not
do
worried
you.
about dangerous. You can chew it.
Yeah.
True.
You know, you can eat a hard-boiled egg without peeling it, and
Yeah.
you're not going to kill yourself. It's just why. I want to know what
Yeah.
nutritional value that adds, and are you too lazy to just throw
Peel?
away your shells?
Yeah, or just
Peel
put them
your
on
peanuts,
your
yeah.
put them on your mattress. Yeah.
Right.
It's just there's a lot of things you can do with your shells. I don't suggest
We bothering you over there, Matt?
No, I've been trying to figure out. I'm
kidding.
fascinated by this. I'm actually just been Googling why are they salted? Because the idea of eating the shell is absolutely insane. to
it
me.
is, but
You
I like
are a crazy
sucking on them.
person.
No, it's just like a little
stop saying
little
that.
salty what?
A lot of people are saying that, well, at least what I'm reading here on Reddit, is that if you want to crack the shell open with your mouth, then at that point you're putting the salted peanut in your mouth as you're cracking the shell.
But are there any serial killers on,
you
the peanut sucker subreddit there that are just eating the holes?
There
eating
are
the shells
people.
whole?
I would say eating it whole appears to be more common than just sucking.
Yeah.
the shell.
Yeah, I think it's.
Wait,
I'm
no,
okay
no.
with it.
Sucking the shell is way more common.
Not from what I saw.
I see it all. I go
Sucking
to
the
baseball
shell
games.
is totally way more
Everybody
common.
sucks the shell at the
It's
baseball
a
game.
baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you get the peanuts.
But here's the thing, and
Just
this is what
start
I
Shell
sucking.
suckers, yeah.
And-
Shell suckers.
Yeah.
I'm a shell sucker. What I think is
I say fucking
Roger,
go for it.
Roger might be maybe in the South where they have the boiled peanuts and they have those soft shells, and maybe he's eating those, and maybe everyone else oh yeah, boiled peanuts. That's like our thing here, which are delicious,
now,
by the way.
here's another
You
level
would
to
have
the
specified
peanut.
that. Come on.
I will not only not eat the shell, but when you open it up, usually the peanut is encased in like a thin layer, like almost like a tissue paper of
you
peanut
puss.
skin. I don't want that skin either. I just want the
come on,
fucking
pussy,
nut.
dude.
Don't
Yeah,
be a-
I understand.
Don't be a
I get it.
bitch.
Shit,
But yeah,
fuck
And
that.
between
that's too
touching
difficult
the
to take
shell
off.
and
Nah.
tearing off the paper like a gift, if you
You gotta
will,
eat those things.
I get enough salt on my fingers so that when the golden nugget in the middle is entering my mouth, there's a little bit of salt on it.
Yeah, that golden nugget. You'd love it when it enters your mouth, right?
It's transported.
Yes.
I don't know about that. More like shame fondling now.
Excuse
Rick
you?
Jacobson.
How dare you?
Brick?
Rick Jacobson.
Rick James?
Rick
Hamlin?
Jacobson. He. This one's pretty tough. You guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm still recovering from
Okay.
shell sucking.
All right.
Shell shock.
Okay. While they're recovering. Oh, from their shell shock. Yes.
I'm back.
Okay. Gary's back. Thank God. I was like, I'm gonna have to tread some water here until Gary gets back. Rick Jacobson writes: winter, spring, summer, or fall. One has to
Give us a
go.
call.
One has to go, never to be seen again.
I think that should have rhymed. That's what I think. Winter, spring, summer, fall. One has to go. One takes them all.
Oh, that sounds like an
But then we have to
incantation.
pick one to take them all.
Yeah, you got. If which
Winter
one
is
has to go,
coming.
you have to then.
One has to
Pick
go.
which one
no,
rules,
that means
though.
that means just you get to subtract one season.
Yeah.
Summer.
You want to leave summer?
I'll do summer.
This is a question
It's
that's
summer in L.A. is
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, we'll
exactly.
take
That's the
our
fucking
spring and our fall
March
are plenty
to
good.
October.
This
Exactly.
question is absurd for Angela.
My trees would survive.
Yeah.
We get rid of summer.
And I'm sure if you lived in like Michigan, you would say winter. You don't want winter anymore.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it's
a stupid poll. Moving on.
geographically based. Okay. Nope. Moving on.
It's a good poll for the Facebook group because it's so eclectic and people live all over the country. But for us,
If you live in a place with 4 seasons, but I'll
Right.
guarantee you that most of the people, or at least I'll take the bet, that most of the people in this Facebook group either live where summer is 6 months or winter is 6 months.
yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ryan Going.
Where's he going?
Yeah, well,
Get back here.
He is going to be commenting right now. He says, "So I look him straight." Oh, he posted a picture of Fernet, like a Fernet sign.
Oh, right.
He did it.
And he narrates it. So I look him straight in the eye, and slowly, as if with a secret that only we know, I whisper, "Wink." Hashtag bartender's handshake. And then and that's it.
the guy
It was like
tease
a
you?
beginning of an
Sounds
erotic
like
novel.
a meme. He made a meme or something.
And then Joe Urbanek also said that'd be a good TikTok challenge. Everybody just goes to bars and asks for the bartender's handshake. I like it.
That's good.
Let's spread the word.
There was an episode of This American Life, an audio documentary podcast that was all.
Oh, the most popular freaking podcast.
Maybe some people don't know it. I don't
Thanks,
know.
Matt. I've never listened to the podcast anytime in my life, and I'm totally fucking aware of what it is.
Well,
I'm kidding.
I'm glad that I've caught you all up. They did a story about the good guy discount, and it was this guy who just started recording himself going up to people like he would go to like a clothing store, and as he was checking out, he'd be like, so what about you guys got that good guy discount? And he reported back on the results, and like 1 out of every 4 people would like kind of be like, all right, you got it.
Wow.
And then ring him up. Yeah. I mean, obviously there was a whole talking that had to kind of go into it. You had to engage the person a little bit, but then toward the end, you'd be like, yeah, so heard there's a good guy discount around here.
I got to go get some duds for Gina's wedding.
Yeah,
Should
what are you
try
gonna wear?
to see if there's a good guy.
Yeah, just do it.
Discount.
Engage with the salesperson or whatever, and then as you're
something
wrapping it
cool.
up, like while they're ringing you up,
know,
be like, oh, cool.
Flashy.
You guys got a, good
Yeah,
guys
something that
discount?
screams Mike Dawson's here.
Good guys discount.
No.
I like that.
Yeah, it's good. Guys.
Just need to get some new pants, maybe new coat.
Well, Ryan then writes regarding the Vegas meetup. He's a marketing manager for a small off-stripped craft beer draft room.
Really?
He'd love to host an event for the group if there's interest. He would close the bar.
Where?
For
Well,
us.
small
in
sounds
Vegas.
right up our
Well, how are we
alley.
supposed to go in if it's closed?
He's
he
gonna
didn't
open the door, Matt.
He did not.
What is
Okay,
this?
I
A
hope
center
so.
for ants?
It needs to be at least 3 times bigger than this.
How could they learn if they can't get inside the building?
But he has 16 craft beer handles, wine program, scratch kitchen. He'd offer happy hour pricing on select beers and food to the group for a few hours, and we'd
this
have
is
a little
great.
meetup
This
there.
sounds like this is fucking happening.
Yeah.
So we have to
Where's
seriously
Parker? We
make
wrote
this
to Parker.
happen.
He hasn't written us back yet. Is he
No,
ghosting us?
He
Parker's
just
not
had a
ghosting
grandkid. Well, anyway, the place called Beer Zombies Bottle Shop. So yeah, check that place out. There's some, and in the comments, some people are just going to go and see him anyway. So it sounds like fun.
Aren't we in Vegas kind of
October.
soon?
Yeah,
Isn't
October
that a
22nd.
Saturday?
We're there October 23rd. Yeah, it's a Saturday.
So
too
we
soon.
should probably do this
Nah.
on the Friday before.
It's too soon. We
That's
gotta
too soon.
we gotta put it
Okay.
together for like a month out after that.
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, it makes sense,
The more
for
we
sure.
keep talking about it, the more likely
There's
it is
interest.
that it's gonna happen.
Engaged, baby.
No, this sounds cool. And actually, the guy who does Counting Cars, that TV show, he owns a club called Vamped in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And Izzy's a good friend of his.
There's a
That's
show
So we can
called
get the
Guitars.
bands in there.
the show's called Counting Cars.
I don't know. It's called. I think it's called Counting Cars.
Because there's a show called Counting.
6.
That was a nice Norm Macdonald.
Thank you. Yeah.
Credits.
Well done.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Well
man.
done.
That was a fucking
Shit.
real bummer. I don't want to bring the show down,
Yeah, we
but
won't.
since we know when we're recording. Hey, man.
I was making no
Let's see. Frank Tijerino says, "I'd like to rendezvous in Las Vegas." Boom, another guy. Look at
you go.
that. Look at us. Holy shit. Spencer Smith says, "I'm always down for a Vegas meetup." And if Gary has a way only if Gary has a way for me to Gary talk, explain it to my wife.
I'm doing it live on the podcast right now, so I really don't have any tips.
Oh, this is okay.
I mean,
Take your wife to Vegas set her up with some awesome shit. Spa, whatever.
Yeah, that's
and
a
then
move.
bring her along.
But here's the problem.
So give her the pampering time, and then include her in our time,
Okay.
and she will be totally fucking stoked.
So we call it the claw because it's like the claw.
The only variable there, Dawson, is if
Found the claw's only weakness. Sub-zero temperatures!
there's kiddos involved. Mom may need to stay home, and that's a different conversation.
Oh, that's where grandma, I guess, if one's available.
If you're lucky enough, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan Huff. He loved the salty Shay last week, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
How good are you at pounding it, and how good are you at chugging it?
that's right. He says everyone can relate to dining experiences that are less than glamorous, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially, and,
Over the weekend, we went to just like a brunch place that we always go to, and as I looked around, I was just like, we should have just gone here for dinner. It wasn't a special place because the place we go to regularly, but we just would have been so much better off. It was similar price range and stuff, and I was like, we should have just gone here. At least I knew the food was good.
What flavors of hookah did they have?
Yeah, exactly. No hookah there.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Did you guys ever do hookah bar stuff? I'm sorry, I know you got Columbus to go through.
I did one time.
One time
In Santa Barbara, I went to this girl's birthday dinner, and it was at a restaurant, Indian
Okay.
restaurant, whatever.
Yeah, something on that in that
sit
part
on
of the
floor
continent.
and shit. And the guy closed the place for us, and then brought out the hookah, and then we all got really stoned.
Hookah get you
On the
stoned?
hookah?
No.
It's like tobacco.
I made
product.
a pipe out of an apple.
Oh, wow.
There was an
that'll
apple
get
on the
you
table.
Yeah.